to discuss all things Wi-Fi and built around the city. So give us a bit of an overview.
Okay, so smart Wi-Fi is, we're actually installing free public Wi-Fi across the region. So that's Wi-Fi hotspots for members of the public and visitors to be able to, who come to the Sunshine Coast to be able to use to access the internet. So we've rolled out so far in the Smart City program about 178 Wi-Fi access points across the region, with another 189 or so forecast to be installed this financial year. Okay. This is an example. This is our dashboard that shows us Kings Beach, just down the road here in Caloundra. These green shapes, these are the Wi-Fi access points. Now, we only get signal about 70 or 75 metres from an access point, and that's direct line of sight. So if there's a wall or a tree or a building in the way, that'll affect the signal. So that's why there's so many in what's quite a relatively small area. So Kings Beach, this is the amphitheatre here and the stage where they hold the Caloundra Music Festival I referred to earlier. Now, if you are in this area and you have a device and it's on and Wi-Fi is enabled and you walk past an access point, the access point clocks the MAC address of that device, which is a unique string of letters and numbers. Okay. Now, it comes up on here, that device, as a grey dot. If the device is connected to our Wi-Fi network, it comes up as a navy blue dot. Okay. Now, where this is useful for us is we can actually, on this timeline here, we can see how people are using our public spaces and places over time. And we can use that information to inform our design and planning when we're doing upgrades or redevelopments, or for service provision. We can see the demand on toilets, demand on parking, which pathways is everyone using. Okay. Businesses are interested in this data. Let's say after the Caloundra Music Festival finishes, so that's like 10,000 people, 1,000 people come up here, up Wilcox Street, but all the bars and restaurants are shut. So the Chambers of Commerce, businesses want this information to make business decisions. When's the maximum footfall going past my business, and adjust their opening hours or staffing appropriately. So we're getting a lot of location analytics, a lot of information from the free Wi-Fi that we're giving out.
Awesome. So I have a few questions. First off, and I think everyone wants to know this, what are the speeds?
The speeds?
And I know public Wi-Fi is very scarce in terms of speeds. How is the Sunshine Coast different, and what type of speeds do you get?
The speeds vary depending on where you are and the demand on the network. Okay.
So crowded networks slower, too far away slower, that type of thing. But what's the average?
David? What's the average Wi-Fi speed on the smart Wi-Fi, the APs?
They're running at about 40 or 50 megs.
There you go.
40, 50 megs?
No, so that's down primarily.
So 40 megs down? And up speeds don't really matter for public Wi-Fi. Awesome. And unless you're a live streaming company, Beach City.
Are you on our smart free Wi-Fi in here? No. Okay.
So another question, what about privacy? What type of data are you collecting that?
No. So the APs clock the MAC address of the device, but we can't see who that MAC address is linked to. And sometimes MAC addresses are randomised anyway by the phone provider. The only thing, we're not collecting any personal information whatsoever. We're just looking at the number of dots in a location effectively. The only other thing we can see is which apps are accessed the most. So we can see that lots of people have been on Facebook, Insta, iTunes, that they're the most used apps. But we can't see what you're doing on Facebook or Instagram. But that's still useful for businesses and council, because we can see, if we're planning a social media campaign, we can see which channels are being used the most, and that might inform which channel we choose to use, or a business chooses to use for a social media campaign.
And for the area as well. Awesome. I thought it was
area to area. Good point.
And then the last one, for international travellers, I've travelled quite a bit, and coming back to Australia, I'm always shocked by the fact that I don't have public Wi-Fi and have to put my SIM card back in. How's this beneficial for tourism?
I think it's absolutely critical. So an example of that is last financial year we actually installed free public Wi-Fi in all of our holiday parks and the caravan parks. And we've actually had visitors say to us, we're staying here because of the Wi-Fi. or we're extending our stay because of the Wi-Fi. And like you said, also to promote the region. If people are down by the beach having a great time and they want to send those pictures, post them on Facebook or Instagram, they can do that on our free public Wi-Fi. And that helps spread the word about the Sunshine Coast and what a great place it is to come for a holiday.
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
It's important.
Well, thanks for talking all things Wi-Fi and awesome stuff happening. And this is currently active, which people can hop on the network.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, and you can go to our website to find out the locations of where there is free public Wi-Fi across the coast.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Or come here and talk to me and I can show you.
Yeah, come down to the Smart Centre and talk to the robot and dance with it. And
Yep. So the Smart Centre is located at 63 Bullcock Street, Caloundra.
Awesome. And we'll put a tag and info in the description.
Yeah, and there's also more information about the Smart Centre and opening hours and things like that on Council's website, which is sunshinecoast.qld.gov.au.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us, Jacqui.
No, thanks for your time.
Nice. And we might go and actually check out one of those big light poles down at Kings Beach.
Just our Happy Valley, just
Happy
down
Valley.
the road. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, see you there. Catch ya.